Right, hello everybody. Right, okay, I've just cut a kit out, and I get, you get left with all these. So do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just stamp a load up today. It's a bit skinny. I'm going to stamp a load up because I do keep them, and I've got a big box full. But for later, I think, I'll use that later, and I'll, I never do. So today I thought I would just use some up, and I'm going to use this stamp set from Stampers Anonymous from Tim Holt's collection. Okay, field notes and CMS 396. Love this, actually, it's brilliant. So I'm going to stamp a load up using the little numbers, all the things that'll fit on there, and then just put them in a little box, and they'll be there for when I'm not doing my nature journal, but some of these numbers are okay for steampunk, definitely. Condemned, definitely. Yeah, so, I'm just going to stamp a load up. I'm going to get a background sheet. Shall I get a new one? Because I've sort of done that one. I've got to incorporate that in my journal somewhere, haven't I? Definitely. Oh, that was not too bad, actually. I might stamp on that one. We shouldn't stamp over too much because we're stamping, in that sort of area, really. Right, let's see if I can get organised a bit better. Right, I don't need a cushion with these ones because they're really well cushioned. I'm going to use I'm going to use Stays On and Archival ink, because if I want to add colour to these after, then I know I'm going to be okay. So, all right, let's start off. I'm going to use that one first, actually. I'm going to get a little block. Okay. I usually like using a big block and doing loads and then cutting them out, but I thought, well, this way it'll be all right. Right, those need to go away. Right. Okay, so, it's just a craft along with me, I suppose. This one hasn't been used, so I will stamp it. Okay. Okay. The black one, I think. The only thing with things like this, it does take your time to do, but I think it's always worth it. You've got things to just go to when you need them, and they're already done, which is great. Right, and then you see I would cut those up just randomly, and then stick them in a pot. I mean, they'd look nice embossed as well, but that's fine for now. Right, let's see if I've got another wide one for that. Some of these are quite narrow, so there we go. I'm not worrying about it being upside down. I was in the beginning, and I thought, oh, silly, isn't it? Seems to be how it's happening. Okay, I'm just going to put them on the side. Okay, and I'll cut them all down after. I haven't actually got a lot of room here at all. Right, I think that's enough of that one. Okay, there's some Nice little numbers. Let's see if we can do a few like that size. And another one there. Yep, that's all right. I haven't done the right way. Yep, that one's fine. Oops, I need to come over just a little bit. Okay. Oops, gone off a bit there, but never mind. It's scrap paper. Let's do some sepia ones. This is where you, when you stamp, you could do with your head over the project, and of course you can't do that because your head would be in the way. So it's a little bit of guesswork going on. This is where I'll speed up and make loads of mistakes, but there we go. Right, yeah, I'll clean these all off after. Let's put them there. Let's get some nice numbers. I think they're gonna have to go that way. Okay, I'll go ahead and do a load more, and I'll show you them when we're finished. Okay, so I've done a load up, all right, and the sort of things that I will do usually determines, you know, the shape of, or how far or how close they are to one another. Like that one, I'd most probably keep that one the same. I might cut that down a bit. So that one would be more of a topper. I mean, I'll do all that first, and then I would ink them up and even emboss them. So let's have a look. I want one just to show you, like I do this one works. Okay, right, so I would cut that one about there. Yeah, and I'll cut a little bit off of this. Okay. Straight-ish. Okay, do I want to go down there? No, that's fine. So you do that, and then you make your hole. I use a little one for this. It's got it all set up ready because I used it the other day, so that's handy. And I'll make a hole. And I got the original, still got the little original grommets from, well, that come with this. It's about, God knows how long ago, about 10 years, maybe more. I know I bought it straight away as soon as it come into this country. So then we've got a little dangle. All right, so I'll do that sort of thing. Then these I will cut just with like a little border, and then ink them up and maybe emboss them with some Tim Holtz glaze. It'd look nice. And I'll just trim all those like that. This one could be a tag too. Yeah, and this one I'll cut down a bit. This one I'll make into a tag. Okay. Okay, you don't have to put a grommet in every one, but there's another little tag there. Right, then I do, if I've got any, this one, like, what do you call it? Oh gosh, with the V shape at the bottom. Terrible, forgotten. No, it's not a tab. Anyway, just cut up the middle. Okay, and then do that. It'll come to me in a minute. Okay, and then hole in the top. I will put a grommet on that one. Not, yeah, grommet. Now I've had, with this cold again, you know, as soon as I get cold, I start forgetting names of things. It seems to affect my head. Right, so that's that. Some nice big numbers here. So let's do that. I think that could be just like it is. I might put the hole on the side for that one. Yeah. I'm just using any of the grommets, all right? Because I've still got loads left, actually. The original ones. Yeah. I think I'll make it a banner. It's a banner, isn't it? Not sure whether I got enough there. No, I haven't. They haven't been inked up or anything yet. Okay. Let's do a shallow banner. Leave that one as it is. That looks nice. And then make this one into a banner. Hole in the top. Right, I think I've showed you a few. These I'll just go ahead and do. I might emboss a few of those and see what they look like, shall we? And I can do these later on. Another one there. I actually quite like the colour of them. This is the thing at the moment. But I need to alter some for you so you can see what I mean. What colour have we got here? Oh, yeah, sorry, I've got my coat on. or green. Because I've just popped out and I took my grubby jumper off. That was the one I wear in here. And I forgot to put it back on, so I haven't got another top in here. Right, I'm going to get a little... This one here. I'll do it on that instead of making a mess. A little gel plate. I'm really liking the colour of what's on there. Let's do that. Okay, right. Now, see these here? Right, I'm going to put some of the colour off on there as well. Yeah. Like that. Okay. Water. It's very thin layer, okay? Should we have a bit of vintage photo? Then actually, oh, there we go. That's a bit better. So plenty there. I've got my gel plate and everything right near me now, so I use it all the time and I love it. Used to do collage when there was a bit of stress. I always used to do a load of collage. Now I play with my gel plate, which is great because I create some. Well, I still created, didn't I, with collage paper? Because I've got about 20-30 sheets here, so I'm going to have to do something with them, which that's coming up. I've got something in mind. So that's all right. So these need drying off a little bit. and then ink up the edges, and I am going to emboss some of these because I'm loving the look of it. All right, but they just need to be dried off, so I'll go ahead and dry them, and I'll get some Tim Holtz stuff out, I think. Okay, so I've cut a load up and I'm going to emboss a few. Okay, so we can see what it's like. I'm going to use antique linen and maybe a bit of my vintage beeswax. So that one's from Tim Holtz and that one's from Sefapta. Both excellent products. This is a very fine powder. This one's slightly, it's like a baked texture, which, you cut the coats of that and you're done, really. But anyway, I'm going to use the Versamark today. I've got the Dauber, but I'm not having much luck with it at the minute. It says invert cap, and I tried pressing it in, nothing's happening. So I'll give that to hubby to look at, because it's not coming out enough for me. I don't know. Oh, that's a little bit better. I'm storing it upside down. That's loads better. Yeah, I think that's working. I think it's gradually coming out a bit. So, but I'm going to use that today because I want to get on. So, and I don't mind the embossing powder going over these at all. Okay, I'm just going to do so many. I'll just do a few, and then I'll do a load more off camera, and then we can see them at the end. I'll do a big one of that baked texture as well. And some of the plain coffee stains, I've inked them all around, and that's some of the plain ones with no colour, which they look great too. So just inked around. And like I say, it just depends what you're, where you want it to go and what it's for. That'll do for those. Oh, let's do that one first. And when I use my clear one, I've got it in a tub, which I like using it out of a tub. But because I've got a few of these now, I don't want tubs everywhere, so that should be right. That's enough. Okay. Just put that there while we get started. Okay, that's those. Right, I'll put that away, and then I'll do the vintage beeswax. I'll do exactly the same thing with that, and then we'll come back and we'll have a look at them all. Here we go, all finished. Well, not all of them, but a majority. So this was the vintage beeswax. Okay, if you look, yes, you know, they're bent and all that, but they're so thin that when you stick them to a bit of card, or you put them in your, you know, they can be in your clusters and things like that, you'll find that once they're glued down, they're fine. Okay, because if I carried on with that, they'd go transparent near enough. But yeah, they're great. I mean, again, it's just a piece of paper like this that we cut off. So there, I love them all. Condemned. So condemned paper. That's just the coffee stained ones that we've done, you know, as is. Done some little ditties. Oops. Dropping them. So, okay. So they all come in handy. They're all go in my little tin, and be surprised when we actually use them. And lovely, I love them. And this was the Tim Holtz antique linen, which again is slightly warmer tone. I'm trying to get one that is plain. I think that one, I think, was plain coffee. Okay, and that one was, no, it's got a bit colour on. That one, that was just inked. So slightly warmer tone. If you can see that. Hopefully you can see that. That's a slightly warmer tone. Not much in it, not really. So either or will do quite nicely. Yeah, so those, and that was the ones that we'd coloured, so it's worked really lovely as well. Now for our more vintage look. Now, so that's those, and these are just, again, nothing wrong with these either, you know, with nothing on. They're great because you can you know, put your little pins in and dangle them down, you know, put another hole in that one, and you've got your little dangle. Great. Little tickets and things. So they all look good too. And you can use glossy accents, of course you can. You know, I just tend to stick my finger in that. You try. And there's the colour ones just inked up. And again, nothing wrong with those either. Okay. There you go. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that little video. Little product comparison, which, to be honest, I don't think there's a lot in it. This one's quicker because it's thicker. Okay, gets more coverage, and well, I wouldn't say even quicker. It's just, I mean, the difference, that's quite thick, and that one's very fine. And yet, to be honest, the end result isn't a lot different. Okay, so that was called antique linen. Yeah, so, and that is just vintage beeswax. Not a lot, just slightly warmer with the antique linen, and that's it really. Okay, well, thank you very much then, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye bye.